Having got up at stupid o'clock in the morning to get a train down to Manchester, I eventually made it to the Quays. First heading down to a swim I went to scout out the week before, as I was down mainly in Manchester for my beer exam. The Salford Quays, what an incredible expanse of water, an absolutely prolific carp fishing venue. I've known about it for quite a few years now and always wanted to get down there, being located right in the heart of Manchester. I do love a little urban water. It almost reminds me of a massive Leazes Park. I jumped straight into the swim in the middle basin at the back of the quay and pre-baited a couple of spots. Having left the bait to sit there so the fish could feed confidently, I moved off to find some fish elsewhere, starting first up in the Media City swim. This is the biggest expanse of water in the quay, and I thought this would be the best place to start if there were any fish up here, and if not, I could always move. However, having seen and caught nothing other than weed, I decided it was time for a move. I shifted back up to the middle basin where I pre-baited in the morning, and hopefully I was in for a bite. Whilst I was waiting, I decided to sit down and get some revision done. Again, the main reason I was in Manchester was for my beer exam.
Wicked, well, best of luck to you, mate. Nice to meet you. Cheers, buddy, and thanks for the hooks as well. Catch you later, mate.
See you later, pal.
Best of luck to you.
Good luck next time you come on as well.
Aye, definitely, cheers, yep. I'll be back next week, 100%.
Having blanked on my previous session down at the quay, I was gagging to get back down. As soon as I'd finished my exam, the following week I was straight back on the train. This time, I had 2 days ahead of me. Again, the same plan this time of moving around, trying to find the fish and pre-baiting spots was going to be the way forward. But having spent the morning walking around and fishing amongst some people paddleboarding and boating around, I had to go elsewhere to find the fish. Having spent the day scouting around every stretch in the quay, I eventually found some fish. Unfortunately, this was just before I had to leave to get to the hotel to have some tea and an early night before getting up at the crack of dawn to get straight back on the bank the next day. The next morning I returned to the channel spot to find the fish were still there. I was absolutely buzzing. Starting off by free-lining some bread, I thought would be the best way to go to catch some of these lovely carp. However, the closest I got was one carp nudging my hook bait with its face and deciding no, it wasn't very interested. The carp looked very chasey and skitsy. It looked like they were starting to spawn. Unfortunately, these carp were not going to be catchable. I decided to shift to a different area of the lake. Hopefully the fish wouldn't be spawning up there and I might still be in with a chance of a bite before I had to leave. Amongst all the amazing fish in the quay, there was one fish in particular I really desperately wanted to catch. A fish known as pink tips. I'd spent my days chasing pink tips around all the stretches of the quay, but after seeing the fish spawning in the channel, I decided to shift up to the very, very back of the quay. And lo and behold, guess who I found chilling on the surface in one of the corners. Having settled up in another one of the channels to intercept pink tips, unfortunately no bites came, and eventually I had to get the train back home. Manchester, I will definitely be back.